careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Do you believe this? That counter punch caught him clean. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Good counter punching. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nobody home with that hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Quigg in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fight. And there's the bell for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Can't land the jab there. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Can't find a home with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. It's all offense all the time. They exchange punches. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Quigg in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on this. Let's get it started in round three. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You'd like to see more jabs. Catch and shoot. The jab just got blocked. The perfect counter lands. Not a lot of defense here at all. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both men step back for just a moment. Punch, counter punch. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Quigg in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Come on. You've let him back. Yes, I like that round.
There's the bell for round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Tried to score with the uppercut. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Missed him with that uppercut. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Quigg in that last round. Back into the fray here in round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's...
That's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it?
Are you all right? Are you okay?
Wow, so the referee is not going to stop it, and the fight continues. They got out of the way of that right hook. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
A perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Quigg! Quigg has got to do something here!
Finish the fight now. He's got it.
Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Quigg in that last round. Here we go in the 6th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Beautiful counter shot. Swing and a miss with the jab. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward seemingly with endless energy, John.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it him back because that...
Lee McGregor on the canvas. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Where did...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you continue.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once, you got away with it. You can do it again.
They're going to pick things up halfway through the round. Did you see that? Scott Quigg just got belted. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
How about that time counter shot? Let's talk about Lee McGregor in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You're being put down. You've got to think right.
Mind back on the draw. Back out there.
Here comes... Jab does not score. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way...
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Oh, Lee McGregor, this could be trouble. And right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
And he scores with the counter. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. A straight right just misses. Solid punch. Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
Just like another like TKO. It's Teddy Pendergrass over TKO.